You must have probably observed that when driving, your vehicle's speedometer reading isn't the same with your GPS speed readings such as TomTom, Google Map, or Waze. And you have been wondering and asking yourself questions why this difference in reading speed. You don't have to worry anymore, because this video answers your questions and clarifies your doubts. Let's start by answering your first question. Is there any difference in the reading between your vehicle's speedometer and the GPS reading? The answer is yes. Both readings are different. The explanation to this takes into account the EU laws or directives and also the way this speedometers and GPS operate. Let's start by addressing what the EU laws and directives say. The Road Vehicles, Construction and Use Regulations 1986, as amended, allows the use of speedometers that meet the requirements of EC Community Directive 75/443/97/39 or ECE Regulation 39. Both the EC Directive and the ECE Regulation lay down accuracy requirements to be applied at the time of vehicle approval for speedometers. These requirements are that the indicated speed must not be more than 10% of the true speed plus 4 km per hour. In production, however, a slightly different tolerance of 5% plus 10 km per hour is applied. The requirements are also that the indicated speed must never be less than the true speed. A vehicle meeting these requirements would not be able to travel at a greater speed than that shown on the speedometer, and a driver could not, therefore, inadvertently exceed speed restrictions. Now that we are clear with the EU laws and directives, let's move on to understand how the speedometers and GPS operates. Let's understand that speedometers and GPS apps measure speed differently. Your speedometer is designed to measure your vehicle's speed based on the rotation of the wheels. This is a direct measurement, which is why it's accurate when you're driving at a constant speed. On the other hand, your Google Maps driving app uses GPS to calculate your speed, meaning it uses the speed of the vehicle to calculate the time it takes to reach your destination. GPS is a satellite-based navigation system that uses triangulation to determine your position. It then uses that position to calculate your speed. However, both readings are not always very accurate due to several factors, which will be discussed in detail in our subsequent videos. So, speedometers in most vehicles are designed to overestimate the speed of travel. International law has long required modern cars to overstate true speed. The applicable standard for many vehicles sold in the UK and many other countries is a European standard that specifies that speedometers must not indicate a speed less than the vehicle's true speed or a speed greater than the vehicle's true speed by an amount of more than 10% plus 4 km per hour. What does this really mean in real driving terms? Well, another way to look at it is, at a true speed of 90 km per hour, the speedometer must read no less than 90 km per hour and no more than 103 km per hour. This then disqualifies any silly excuse given to a police officer pulling you over that goes along the lines of, "My speedometer said I was under." If the police officer says you are doing 105 km per hour, in all likelihood, your speedometer would have indicated that you were traveling significantly faster. To understand this in miles per hour, a speedometer must never show less than the actual speed and must never show more than 110% of actual speed plus 6.25 miles per hour. So if your true speed is 40 miles per hour, your speedometer could legally be reading up to 50.25 miles per hour, but never less than 40 miles per hour. Conclusively, speedometers are calibrated to slightly over-report a vehicle's speed to ensure they never under-report. This is because the rules are strict for showing a speed that's lower than the actual speed. Even though the UK left the EU, the speedometers of the vehicles produced in the UK must meet the requirements laid down by the EU Directive. That was all for today. We hope this video has contributed in clarifying your doubts about your vehicle's speedometer readings and your GPS driving app's readings. Should you have any further questions, feel free to send us a DM or drop it in the comments section and we will get back to you. So, the next time you're wondering why your speedometer and your Google Maps app seem to be telling different stories, remember that it's all about the different ways these devices measure speed. And if you have any other questions about your car or driving, feel free to ask. Thanks for tuning in today. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and follow for more informative content relating to motoring. Until next time, stay safe and be considerate of other road users.